most kids his age, Oro doesn't want his friends to see his mum dropping him off at school. He's not very fond of girls, and most of his jokes involve the potty and what you place on it. In fact, he seems so obsessed with that particular body part, he's nicknamed his grandma Bum because she's got a big one. Oro, of course, is the protagonist of director R. Balki's Pa. He's your average mischievous 12-year-old except for the fact that he has progeria, a rare medical condition that accelerates the aging process. So although he's only stepping into his teens, Oro has the body of a 65-year-old. In what can be best described as a casting masterstroke, Amitabh Bachchan steps into the relatively small shoes of Oro. Now, contrary to what the film's marketing conveys, Pa is actually a mother-son story. Vidya Balan plays single mum Vidya, who raises Oro with some help from her mother after dumping her selfish boyfriend in college when he suggests an abortion. Amol, played by Abhishek Bachchan, is not ready for marriage. He's keen to follow his father into politics. Years later, Amol, who is now a member of parliament, accidentally meets Oro at a school event, both oblivious to the fact that they're father and son.
Dad, I have a son.
अमोल, तुम पागल हो गए? ये तुम्हारा बेटा कैसे हो सकता है?
Much in the same vein as the director's previous film Cheeni Kam, the first half of Pa unfolds breezily with witty dialogue and clever scenes used effectively to establish the characters and their relationships. Steering clear of pity even in delicate scenes, Balki avoids the obvious pitfalls that come with stories about characters suffering from grim conditions. There is, however, one major speed bump before intermission, a track in which the young politician Amol launches into a verbal attack on the media. It sticks out in the film because that scenario is so amateurishly scripted and comes off looking embarrassingly self-righteous. There are more problems in the film's second half when the tone suddenly turns exceedingly manipulative and several scenes are stretched unnecessarily, like the one in a Delhi metro where Oro questions Amol about the futility of having bodyguards. Now, despite these hiccups, Pa is ultimately an engaging film because of its largely original writing. One of the best scenes in the film is a hilarious telephone conversation between Oro and a classmate of his in which the latter explains just how frustrated he is with his father. Most scenes, in fact, between Oro and his buddies at school are a pleasure to watch because of the natural performances that Balki is able to derive from his child actors. Of the cast, Arundhati Nag is endearingly warm as Oro's feisty grandmum, and Pratik Katare gets his timing spot on as Oro's best friend Vishnu. Abhishek Bachchan is a tad smug as the new-gen politician and tries a little too hard to force the coolness down our throats. In the end, Pa belongs to mother and son. Vidya Balan delivers her best work since Parinita, emerging the emotional soul of this film with a graceful, restrained performance that she constructs with minimal help from the script. She strikes up a warm maternal chemistry with Oro, and her scenes with him are the film's most heartfelt. The centerpiece of the action, of course, is Amitabh Bachchan. Under that excellent prosthetic makeup, his baritone replaced by a childish, squeaky voice, Bachchan becomes Oro. There is no trace of the legendary 68-year-old star. What you get is a pitch-perfect performance as a gawky but spirited teenager. P.C. Sriram's dazzling cinematography and Ilaiyaraaja's soothing score help make up for many of the script's flaws and ultimately contribute to making Pa an easy, enjoyable watch. I'm going with 3 out of 5 for director R. Balki's Pa. Few filmmakers stick their necks out to tell difficult and different stories in these days of mindless entertainers making potloads of money. For their intentions alone, the makers of Pa deserve a thumbs up.
गुमसुम हो क्यों तुम गुमसुम गुम क्यों हो तुम गुमसुम हो क्यों गुमसुम क्यों हो तुम आँखों से छलके है गम होठों से मुस्कान गुम रूठे क्यों